Hi boys and girls. Today this video is going to show you how you can log into My Math and take the math chapter assessments that your teacher has assigned for you for the next couple of weeks. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do that. You'll log in exactly the way you would log in for Redbird, and you do have this login in your assignment notebook. So we're going to use the simplified login since that's the one that I'm pretty sure most of you are used to. So let me get logged in. I'm going to log in as a sample student so you can see exactly how to do it. All right, so when you log in, and again, this website is in your assignment notebook. Miss Borton taped it into your assignment notebook at the beginning of the year. So just like when you log in for Redbird, you're going to click on your teacher's name, find your name. I'm going to log in as Andrew. He's my sample student. Then use your simplified login. Make sure you use yours and not Andrew's. Okay, now this is what normally comes up for you. What normally comes up is normally we would do Redbird and click launch, but for this we want to do the My Math. So we're going to go down here to My Math and we're going to click launch. Now boys and girls, I will tell you that I was not able to get this to work at all on an iPad. So you can try it on your iPad. I couldn't get the assessments to open up. So for the assessments you will most likely have to log in on a laptop or a desktop, a regular computer. So I'm going to click launch, and when I click launch, my practice book opens up. In order to get to the assessments that your teacher has assigned, you'll come up here to menu. See how when I hover over it, it turns black? So I'm going to click the menu, and then these options come up. Now my teacher assigned a couple of assessments for me. And so you'll need to click assessment. Now you'll notice that, gosh, Andrew has quite a few assessments, but some of them he's not allowed to do yet. So he's not allowed to do these yet because you probably haven't finished these chapters yet. So for the sample that we're going to do today, I'm going to go back to chapter 10. So I'm going to click, I'm going to have my sample student complete the chapter 10 progress check first and then the chapter 10 assessment. So in order to do that, you're going to click the Take Now. And it's going to give you some directions. All right, so here are my directions. Before you start, make sure you have good internet connection before starting. So if right now everybody in your family is streaming for work or school, this is probably not the best time unless you've got really good internet access. And then also make sure that you don't use your browser's forward and backwards buttons. So up here where I've got my back arrow and my forward arrow, for this test you will not use those. I'll show you what you can use instead. So when you're ready, you just click the Start button over here on the right-hand side. All right, now this test tells me it has 15 questions. I'm on the first one. In order to go back and forth through the questions, remember, we're not using these buttons, but you can use this back and this forward button, okay? I might skip some of these just to make it go a little faster. So it says to choose the correct word to complete the sentence. All right, something is a number that represents an equal part of a whole or an equal part of a set. All right, so a fraction, I remember the fraction was, and I can spell it correctly because it's written right here in front of me. So you really should spell these words correctly. All right, choose the word that completes the sentence. Exactly one equal part. Ooh, one equal part. That was a unit fraction, I remember. All right. So sometimes it's going to have vocabulary. All right, tells the number of equal parts being represented. So that was the numerator. And then the total number of equal parts, that was the denominator. And again, I can spell these words correctly just because they're right here in front of me. All right, good. Now we're going to get to some questions that have multiple choices. So I'm going to look at my directions. I'm going to look at the model, and then it's really important that you look at all of the choices. So choose the unit fraction that represents each part of the model. So what is this unit fraction? This model is divided into 6 equal parts, and so each unit fraction would be 1/6. All right, same directions. This model is divided into 3, so the unit fraction would be 1/3. Each of those parts is a third, is 1/3. All right, choose the correct unit fraction for the shaded part. All right, let's see. 1/3, or is it 1/4? I would say it's 1/4 because it's got 4 equal parts. Whoops. Okay. All right, same type of question. It's only got 2 parts, so I know the unit fraction is 1/2. All right, that looks like, I think that's 1/8. Now you would want to take your time and make sure you really count them. All right, so my directions are complete the chart, write a fraction to show the part that is green. So this has 4 equal parts, 3 of them are green, so I'm going to click 3/4. All right, now this one's a little different because it's the part that is not green. So only 1/4 is not green. So I'm going to click Save and Continue. All right, so write the fraction that represents the shaded part. So 3/6 is the shaded part. This is 7/8. All right. Sydney has 8 packages of sticky notes. 5 of the packages are pink, 1 is green, and 2 are blue. Write a fraction to show what part of the set of sticky notes is not pink. So I have to think, she's got 8 packages, so I know the denominator is 8. If 5 of them are pink, that means 3 of them are not pink. So 3/8 would be. All right, and then the last question is what fraction is shaded? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5/8 is shaded. That was the last question. I'm going to click Save. All right, boys and girls, then after you've completed the assessment, down here in the right-hand corner, you're going to click Finish and Turn In. And when you finish and turn in, it'll say you've successfully submitted your test. And then you can click this Close button. And when you do that, you're automatically going to see your score. Immediately, you're going to see the result. And your teacher will see the results immediately as well. Once you've done that, you can click Close. And then it'll show you your results right here, okay? So that is how you're going to take a couple of math assessments over the next couple of weeks. And it's pretty easy, but if you have any questions, of course, please ask your teacher by having your parents send a text message or an email. All right?